Welcome back to Blacktown, the second of the double headers after the Sydney Swans have reigned over the Bushrangers by 4 goals. It's now the Giants taking on the Gippsland Power. Rick, and you're having a quick look at the Giants for us.
Yeah, I am, and one that springs to mind here is Liam Delahunty, who's been a real likely type this year for the Giants, and a good size about him at 191 and 91 kilos. Played well in one of the earlier games we called. Tim Organ looking to play a tune out there today. Crooksy, 178 centimetres and 70s, quite light. Some other good players, I'm looking at the ruckman here, or the tall in 200 centimetres, Jared Gardner, and 90 kgs, so filled out lad. We'll keep a very good eye on him. And also Samuel Frost, number 43, 184 centimetres and 80 kilos.
And the Gippsland Power have won the toss. Captain today for them, I think, is Brock Smith, and they're going to kick to the left of screen. I'm looking forward to seeing Riley Baldy. He's a toughie, this boy. He's in an in and under type player. He's the one that those kind of midfielders I love, really create a bit of space for his teammates. Also down the bottom there, Jake Vanderpleit, who played quite well up in Bendigo when we were calling there a couple of rounds ago. Number 35, they will be the ones that I am looking forward to seeing. And of course, William Papley, brother of Tom Papley and grandson of Max Papley from South Melbourne. And they've also got Kyle Dunkley in there, brother of Josh Dunkley. Plenty of family concerns. They've got a few of their good players out, Matthew, too.
Yeah, they do. Sam Flanders and Caleb Sarong not a part of the side today. We understand Caleb's headed back to school footy, so we'll be missing the next stage or next phase of the NAB League competition. And a name that's familiar on the GWS list that's not out there today, Tom Green, who's been dynamite in the midfield for them, not taking part either. So a couple of the big midfielders missing for both sides today. And just quickly, great thanks to the umpiring department here at Blacktown International Sports Park, because we've got Amber Foster from AFL Sydney, Brad Stewart also from AFL Sydney, and Tim O'Shea from AFL Canberra officiating for us in this second match of the double header here at Blacktown International Sports Park.
And they're all part of the NEFL development squad of umpires, so good to see them all getting a gig at their home ground.
And they did a good job in the first.
Excellent. Yeah, I thought the umpiring was really good.
As we mentioned, not a lot of, they let it go, Rick. Let it go.
Sound like Frozen, Walt Disney.
It does, and we do like these Giants jumpers too. They're good ones. The more charcoal with orange. Bit of humpo-bumpo out there on centre wing. Just getting to know each other.
Harry Grant and Luke Williams.
All right, first quarter action. Take it away, Rick.
The umpire balls it up and no clear winner. Gardner taps it forward and the GWS go forward to the 50. They've got a man in Hamblin there who digs it out wide. They've got someone on, if he can just pick it up and get a kick, but that kick was smothered well. And great work in defence that time, Fitzpatrick, and they'll see it out of bounds. On the burst there was Mooney, just got his kick smothered at crucial stage. So we've got a ball in near the goals here. Skinner's up against Delahunty this time. Skinner whacks it over the back. Little toe poke forward and just a fumble. They just missed it at the crucial stage. Got to have clean hands, and out of bounds it goes. So we're 35 out from goal. GWS Academy attacking. And they tap it forward and kick it out of there to the Power. And we've got a bit of a rolling scrum going on. And the umpire decides to come in and ball it up. So we're 60 metres out from goal. They work it to the boundary side. The player there, Organ, getting tackled. So the ball in to take place right in front of that little terrace. We've got a lone supporter out there. And it's all tied up. Tackled hard into the ground, and we'll have a ball up again.
And that lone supporter out there is on his phone too. Must be on the NAB League app that you can
That's
download in the App Store or Google Play Store. All stats and live streams of all NAB League boys games throughout the 2019 season as Gippsland try and break clear. They do. Dunkley, long ball inside 50 into a paddock, soccering it through. Missed. Hit the post. Harrison Pepper for our first score in this second match of the doubleheader here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Kick comes the way here of McGrory. Pops it up. Bit of a hoping kick. Came off hands. Connolly, the back of the pack for the power. Put it down very close to the boundary line and over it. McGrory will take the free kick. Smack bang centre wing broadcast side. Goes inboard. Good strong grab taken by Squire. He'll go further afield to Flack. Dodgy looking kick off the boot. But it's okay into a bit of space for Organ, who wheels around, goes this way and that. Coughed the handball up. Power with numbers around the footy. They work it clear. We're searching for Papley under all sorts of pressure. Had to lay the tackle on. And we'll get a stoppage centre wing on the outer side.
So they just try and paddle it out of there, and then it's hacked forward. Again, we've got a one-on-one tackle. The umpire said, no, we can't break it free just yet.
Just around the grounds, guys, at Shepley Oval, Dandenong 14-8-92, lead Oakley 6-5-41. It's a 51-point lead, 9 minutes into the last quarter, and almost three-quarter time at Sandringham. The Dragons 17-13-115 to the Brisbane Lions 3-3-21.
Ooh. It's a bit of a hiding, and oh gee, he couldn't have picked out his opposition any better than that, because it's found Lucas, who lost it. Eventually the GWS Academy go wide and take the mark, and they're just chipping it around at the minute through Flack, holding up play just till they can find a hole. And that was Frost kicking in the man of the mark. Power get numbers inside 50, but the tackle was beautifully laid. The umpire said he didn't have a chance and tried to work his way out of the tackle.
Just on the replay there.
Sort of had him as soon as he got it. But anyway, there's a lot of scragging, and eventually the free kick comes the Power's way, and Gippsland will kick for goal.
Dunkley.
So Dunkley, who's not a bad kick, nearly back him in here. So this is Kyle Dunkley. He'll kick from 46 metres and pretty close to directly in front, and he's kicked from 48, and as soon as you give him a wrap, he kicks it on the full.
You've done that a couple of times today, Rick.
That's it. Well done, Kyle. Thanks, mate.
As the kick comes back into play, Bishop takes the mark, back pocket for the Giants Academy. A piercing ball inboard to Peatling. Worked hard for it. Then had to escape the tackle, which he did so. Puts it up towards Delahunty. Ball off hands. Shields clearing kick. Peatling getting involved again. Power under a heap of pressure. Get it to Pepper. Just couldn't get it on the boot cleanly. kick from Bishop smothered. Power chance to reload through McGraggerty, who goes inside 50. Ball just pushed out of the hands there, I think, of Comben. Free kick will go the way of the Giants Academy. Taking it there is Bevan, goes across the face of goal. Murray takes the mark. Last line of defence for the Giants. Just chip the ball into the back pocket. This is Flack. Just possessing the footy. That one, she fell at the shins of Kendall. Worked hard for it.
They're taking their time out of defence, the Giants. They're not willing to put it up into a contest until now.
And they go towards the centre wing. It's through the hands of Delahunty, who was the target. Had support in Mooney. Power, though, able to mop up. Looping handball wide to Shields. Comes inboard. Riley Baldy assesses. Fortunately, didn't come off. Giants have the mark. Defensive side of the outer wing. Move it forward. Lucas takes it on the half volley. Retreats a long way and then spears one into the middle. Grant takes the mark. Attacking side of the outer wing for the GWS Giants. Yet to get on the scoreboard. As we approach the 8-minute mark, Moen. A little unsure what to do with it. Nothing really on offer, so he just lobs it in the air. Leap coming from Conlon. Couldn't bring it in. Had support at ground level. Quick kick around the body. He's going to be cut off. Last line of defence for the Power, who bring it to the broadcast side. Half-back flank. Handball over the top from Sparks. Go towards the wing. Phillips has it. Bobbles the handball out. Back into the hands of Ryan Sparks, who's put it out on the full.
That defensive mark was the first mark taken after 8.5 minutes of play by Gippsland. 13 marks to 1.
They'll play on now, the Giants, and it's in the hands of Murray. He's trying to fake, and he eventually gets away with it. Frost running towards through the centre and kicks it towards half forward. Ball was spoiled, and we'll have a ball up. We're 49 out from goal. Giants attacking. They really want to possess the Giants, don't they? They're chipping it around and holding up play, and they're doing it well. Let's see what they can do here. And a hurried kick down towards the forward line. A mark might have been touched off the boot. They've allowed play on, and tackling down there in defence. The umpire decides to ball it up. Been heavy tackling. Just players not able to get that little handball out at the minute.
Half a dozen tackles each.
And trying to work it out of there, but GWS will have a shot on goal. Nice snap out of the pack. Great work. And a great goal that time to Organ. Tim Organ. Showing a lot of heart.
Thought he hit the right note.
Good goal out of the pack, under pressure, and kicks the goal. And so the score is 1 goal straight 6, plays 1 behind. So no real advantage, but GWS doing most of the possessing.
Organ able to transplant that ball out of a congested situation there, and they got that first goal
Very
on
good.
the board. Good play. It's been a tight 10 minutes, and they've made the most of their opportunities, the Giants.
Back in the middle. Giants won the tap down through Cullen, and then immediately laying on the tackle was Dunkley to cause the stoppage.
Organ also leading the disposals with 6 so far.
Being prominent on the ground. Baldy laying the tackle on that time. Power emerged with it. The kick out wide is going to favour the Giants. Grant collects it cleanly, puts it towards half forward. Good grab. Taken under pressure by Driscoll. Goes towards the hot spot for the Giants.
Strong.
Getting back in the hole is Zach Reed. Pops it to centre half back. They get the handball over to Williams. High kick. Inside 50. Is the mark going to be paid?
Shepherd.
Block out. Will be to the Giants. Kick to the wing, not great. Pepper brought the ball to ground. Had support in Van der Plyte. Pops it short. McGrarity goes towards the top of the goal square. No one home. Kane Flack takes the mark. Sends it straight back to the broadcast side under pressure. Good grab. Taken by Murray. Defensive 50. Lobs it into the air. And a high free kick will go the way of the Gippsland Power. No advantage to be taken. So it'll come back. Brock Smith to take the free kick. Featured in the Vic Country trial squads a couple of weeks ago at Icon Park. He feeds. In fact, it was Comben that ended up taking the kick. Got it to Smith. Gave the handball off quickly, and there will be a mark directly in front, 15 metres out, to Riley Boldy. Riley Boldy comes in and made the goal umpire work a little bit, but it goes through for Gippsland's first.
And the player that got it to Baldy there, Charlie Comben, is highly rated down at Gippsland. They've got a fairly high opinion of him. And just looking at his measurements, Comben, 199 centimetres and 82. Looks a mobile type as well, as does Zach Reed in defence at 200 centimetres. Quite mobile down there as well.
He's a bottom ager from Leongatha, Zach Reed.
Righto.
Riley Baldy is described as a natural extractor of the ball. Sounds clinical, doesn't it? I like it. Tough nut.
GWS with the kick out towards half forward. Oh, the ball almost taken. Just fell to ground. And we've got another pack forming. Let's hope they can open it up a bit.
That was Delahunty then that just...
He's a nice type, Delahunty.
Been good on the scoreboard this season for GWS.
And they soccer it backwards, and it's found Squire. Squire couldn't quite get away. And we're back inside the square. 55 out from goal. So they'll ball it up quickly. No clear winner there, and they'll try and work it out of there. This time, it's kicked out of trouble. Back in the middle it goes. Gippsland, if they can get the numbers, they get it forward. Now it's a one-on-one, 20 metres out from goal, but GWS were able to butter up, but it's an intercept mark this time taken by Luke Williams. He'll chip it wide. Play on's a call, and I don't know what that attempt was. Probably was too far out for around the corner.
It was. It was a big corner he had to get round.
That was Baldy, was it?
It was.
So GWS like to chip it around in that last line of defence, and they're doing that well. Frost has it. He's only 20 metres out from goal, so each kick has to be spot on. And Grant was knocked heavily as he took that. So he's 30 metres out. So we'll watch this next kick. And a nice lead and mark by Kendall. They just don't want to give it up just yet, and they chip it around again. They go to the outer side. This has opened it up for Gippsland, but a nice mark. Didn't let his man down. Really good play out in the outer side there. Just picked that player up. The mark was taken by Radley. They work it forward. Gippsland should be able to break away out of trouble here. And they'll kick it long. Too many Giants for mine. They bring it to ground. No mark paid. Here's a go for Baldy. He'll have a shot on goal. He brings it around in the square and he puts it through.
An Open University's Plays of the Week contender for sure there by Riley Baldy. Just, he's loving kicking round the corner. He's just, that's his game. And he just got round, found the space. But as we spoke about pre-match, he's the kind of guy, he's an extractor. He finds the footy. And as is the want of the modern game, you kick a goal and you get taken off for reward. I just think the halfback flanker on him goes, thank God for that. Just leave him on the bench for as long as you like, mate. Good little lead to the Gippsland Power.
It's been a bit of an arm wrestle this match. Back in the middle, neither ruckman could take advantage of it. Then Peatling thought he might have got caught high. Umpire said nothing doing it, I'll ball it up. Still in the centre circles. Tossed back into the air. Giants clear. Top of the 50. Power brought down by Mooney. Getting caught there was Zach Reed. Just had no time whatsoever, was under immediate pressure half back. Ball squeezed out Connolly, just paddling it towards the boundary line, and it's seen over and out of play.
Tackles for the Gippsland Power, 16-9. And marks the other way, GWS 23-6.
Tossed back in, trying to emerge with it there was Squire, gets brought down by 3. The umpire says give it to me. Good little crowd in attendance here at Blacktown International Sports Park. This Power again, just try and extract it, they're not able to. Stacks on and we'll get another ball up. Over to you, Rick, to try and...
Yeah, they've just got to open up play, both these teams, because at the moment, a lot of packs forming. Several ball ups. Good endeavour all the same. Now it's opened up through Pepper and he'll go wide. Get it further afield. But good intercept that time. Now they'll back up here, the Giants, and kick. But it was another intercept. Ball being turned over a bit at the moment, and that was Rees who gets it wide. They'll play on again. To the outer side. Nice delivery. And the Power work it forward, and they take the mark and kick long. This is dangerous. They've got the little fella in the square who comes around. I think it was McGarity.
Yep.
Mason McGarity.
He picked it up. I don't know where he came from. I think he just wasn't in the play and then somehow found his position and was able to run in hard and pick up the ball and snap it around the corner. Opportunist goal.
That was his 4th disposal of the match, and obviously his first goal. Gippsland Power 3-1-19 to the Giants, 1 solitary goal. 6 points.
I'm not seeing an advantage to either team at the minute.
Yeah, just Power just a bit more efficient up forward inside 50.
The umpire just waits for the 6x6x6 rule to be double checked, and then a hurry kick from McRory just went straight into the air. Power try and bring it to the broadcast side. Williams chasing after it. He has company, needs to collect it cleanly, does, but it's brought straight into the turf by Harry Grant.
Oh.
There's a little bit of push and shove.
Bit of a conniption going on over there.
We highlighted Riley Baldy before the game.
Saying g'day to each other, I think. Ruck, again, neither could get advantage of that throw-in. And it's all wrapped up again.
Now that throw-in was taken from the boundary line.
Okay.
We need a little bit more continuity in that area.
Flack got the handball out, but it's the Power that moved it forward momentarily. Frost takes the mark, just assesses his options.
He's been very good.
Pumps it long to a contest, big fly, but no mark taken there from Fitzpatrick. Power with numbers. Connolly across the face of goal. Risky kick, Delahunty's hovering. Taking it was Reid, wasn't paid a mark. Gives the handball backwards to Smith. Over the top to Connolly. In the back pocket, he'll stab it short, just out of the grasp. Brock Smith coming through, still with numbers here, the Gippsland Power. They just need to take a mark and settle things off half-back.
And streaming through the middle of the Power go. And a nice mark out in front at centre half forward is Comben. Real likely type, this lad, Charlie Comben. And he's going to kick from 50, so we'll get an idea of him with this kick.
Directly in front.
Forward. Gone back a long way. And we'll need to carry the distance here from 50. Comes in and got a bit under it and right and through for a behind.
Giants bring the ball back in. Mark taken by Grant. Between back pocket and half back, grandstand side of the ground. Grant goes along the boundary line. Comes off hands. Oh, a nice evasive work there by Delahunty, but almost lost the footy. Mark spilt. Sent forward here by Zach Reid. And intercept mark for the Giants by Nick Murray. Murray goes a little bit sideways, a little bit backwards. They switch to the other side of the ground. Matt Hamblin's got this one. He wheels around. He's got a minute and a half to get it up forward and on the scoreboard. Kicks to the top of 50. Bounces inside. Giants worked his way back into trouble then. Had the escape route was better the other way. They handball amongst themselves. Go forward and mark is taken for the Giants by Sean Driscoll.
It'll test him, this kick,
yeah.
But they've got to start hitting the scoreboard, the Giants. They're in this game. I don't see a lot between the teams at the moment, so a goal here would even it up for them.
Sean Driscoll. Sharp angle, runs out a little bit, gives it plenty, and just hooks it round in for a behind. 1-1-7 plays 3-2-20.
Just too much happening with that kick, wasn't there?
Yeah,
wanted to go the hook kick, but brought it back too far. Might have been worried about the distance.
Gippsland to bring the ball back in. Half a minute to go.
Oh.
They just don't want to cough it up, Rick.
And he kicked it from the square there, which was interesting. Just wonder whether he forgot the rule.
Tim Organ. That's Tim Organ. Will kick this ball from 47 metres out. He'll be on a 40-degree angle. And this would be a very handy one for the Giants. He kicks. I don't think it's got the legs, or has it? Nah, just didn't quite make the line. And it's a dead ball. 1-1-7. The GWS Giants. The Gippsland Power are 3-2-20. Baldy has 2 goals for the Power, along with Rick. We just bring
McGarity with that
McGarity
nice one
with the other one.
Corner.
Tim Organ, the solitary goal kicker for the GWS Giants. We'll take a break here from Blacktown. On the other side of this, Matthew Cox will be speaking to the coach of the Gippsland Power, Rhett McLennan.
So we all spread rockers together. That's right. So he looks up. Exactly that. Then look up.
Back here at Blacktown, down on the ground, Matthew Cox speaking to the coach of the Gippsland Power, Rhett McLennan.
Yeah, Rhett, a bit of an arm wrestle in that opening term, but you're in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we're really happy with the way it really started. We knew it was going to be tough. They're a big, strong physical side. And yeah, it was good to get away with a start like that. And so hopefully the effort level just keeps up for the second quarter, and then we'll reassess at half time.
Missing a couple of your key players in Sarong and Flanders. Who have you challenged today to take a step up?
Oh, well, there are other leaders that are, that we feel are just as capable. So guys like Brock Smith, Ty Hourigan, Ryan Sparks have had really good starts to the season. A guy like Cole Dunkley in the middle has been a really good leader, and it's great to have Riley Baldy back after having a groin injury. So we expect him to have a really good influence on the game as well.
And just your instruction then for the second term, what can we expect from the Gippsland Power?
We'll just hopefully a little bit more of the same. If we can keep that pressure up, then hopefully we're on front of the scoreboard at half time as well.
Good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks. Cheers.
Good work, Matto, down on the ground. It is the Power by 13, second quarter action. Take it away, Rick.
Good heavy tackling in that centre bounce, and we'll have a secondary bounce in the middle of the ground. Gardner gets it down. Gippsland break away that time through Williams and get it down towards half forward. Oh, good pace. Nucleus gets it across, chips it towards the hot spot, down in front of goal. Have they got the numbers? Or they went without it. Fumble at the crucial stage, allowed Gippsland in. And a nice kick around the corner by Phillips.
Good start, Rick.
Through for a goal, and just the fumble at that crucial stage by the Giants just coughed up a goal.
Just watching on the replay there. Yeah, just didn't take the ball. And quick hands there. Nice little give off there by Josh Smith. Got Phillips into a good spot. 1.5 minutes in. It is 4-2, 26 to 1-1-7. Ball back in the middle. Neither ruckman lay a hand on it. Bounces up again. They could have had a second go at it. Now a tackle, and The umpire will come in. We're just on the edge of the centre circle. Tapped down there by Skinner. Now the Power are off and running again. To kick forward by Baldy, and Mark just spilled in the as he hit the dirt. Ripped out, kicked around the corner. That was Pepper, and through for a behind. All Gippsland Power 4-3-27 to 1-1-7. 20 points early doors, second quarter. The Giants bring it back in. Flack in the back pocket. Kicks to half back. Got a man there and measured it beautifully. Lucas, Jeremy Lucas. He's got a man on the lead. Lovely mark taken there by Peatling. He needs to get rid of it. Just got collared at the end. Great pressure by the Power. They turn it over, and now Gippsland through Trent Baldy. Quick hands. Goes over to Papley, who kicks to the top of the arc. Now the sweeping handball just ceases momentum. This is Connolly. Goes inside 50, and a mark taken for the GWS Giants.
Yeah, that was Murray with the juggling mark, and he's got to come behind his mark. Crooksy, you love that one?
Love that one, Rick. It makes all the difference.
So Murray to kick long to half-back. Over the back, too many Powers, and there's Papley, fakes the handball, gives it off. Now he's got Conley running into trouble, and probably tried too much there, and that looks coughed up, and it has. Baldy did well, gives it off. They're running in and out of trouble here, and they've got support, a banana bender from 35 out directly in front, and that was Vanderplyte. Great work, and he could have gone left, but decided, no, I'm confident with the banana.
Oh no, this is the modern day, Rick. This is modern football. And if I told you who his grandfather is, Rick, his grandfather would be as likely to do that as me. His grandfather was Des Maher of Hawthorn.
Left footer.
Yeah. Famous for just a mongrel flat punt kick forward. Great player, Des Maher,
Good
too,
player.
in the 70s. Played in premierships for Hawthorn. But he was no frills is probably the best way. He was. Ball in the middle. Comes out. He's having a bit of trouble hearing Matthew at the moment as the Giants go forward. Can they get one back quickly? I think they can too. That is another Open University's Plays of the Week as the GWS Giants, and that was Reece Mooney. Puts through a much-needed goal for the Giants. The Power was sneaking away, and they've got one back straight away. 2-1-13 to 5-3, 33, 5 minutes in.
Good goal there from Mooney. And a quick response, which is what the GWS Giants needed. They're down by 20 points. If they didn't get that one, it would have just started to slip away from them.
And let's face it, they do have the charcoal pants on.
It is a good uniform. I like it.
Well, the home pants, black pants, charcoal. I love it.
And he's one of the best kids in the league at the moment. I don't get to see it too many more times. This is the second last time the Interstate Academies will be part of the NAB League. Their Division 2 of the Under-18 Championships finishes next week, and round 6 of the NAB League is taken over the line as James Peatling. And after their win today, the Swans are still in it.
Still in it.
Battling with the Gold Coast Suns Academy. Both undefeated so far. So it's tossed back into play. Power won the tap. Quirk for the Giants. Dish the handball off quickly. Radley, hurry kick. Oh, what a great mark from James Peatling. That's an Open University's Plays of the Week contender. Giants Working it through the middle now. Lucas gives the handball off to Moen. Inside 50, kick misjudged. Power in trouble. Opportunity here for Delahunty. Bends it back beautifully.
Gee, I tell you what, Rick, the second quarter started better than the first quarter.
Yep, it's opened up a little. That's what we wanted to see. Just too many packs in that first quarter. But he backed himself there, Delahunty. That was no fluke, that goal. He got it on the right to left side to dribble it through and executed it beautifully. There was that great mark by Peatling.
That was a real uplift, Gazelle.
Got the nice ride.
Now we've got Zach Skinner, brother of Sam Skinner, son of Angela Skinner, great friend of ours over the years. For the Gippsland Power. Umpire comes in. Up she goes. Skinner wins it straight to his feet. Power should be able to get it out. Work through a bit of heavy traffic. Lose the footy in the meantime. Giants, dirty big up and under. And nice strong mark. Plays on straight away to Baldy. Comes across to Connolly. He's got a man short in Maslin. Ben Maslin. He kicks to the hot spot. He needs a mark. Worked underneath it. Power. Get a little kick out to Baldy. He'll play on straight away. He sets sail for home and it's just across the face. Through for a behind. 5-4-34 plays 3-1-19. We're 8.5 minutes into the second term. If you missed it earlier, the Swans had a win over the Bushrangers. The Dragons have beaten Brisbane by 97 points down in Melbourne. And Dandenong were doing a bit of a number on Oakley. As Gippsland through Skinner. He kicks inside 50. Had a man on the lead, doesn't quite hit any target. Giants work it round the boundary. Good call by the boundary umpire. There's a photo finish, but I think the ball definitely would have been out. Ball to be thrown in. Now he's going 10 metres in. Interesting. Ball thrown in. Tap down. They force the ball forward. The Power pings around. Giants repel. Good contest. Ball hits the deck. Giants spin out. Every possession's under pressure. Good tackle. That's an up and under around the... Oh, Peatling flies again. He's got a taste for it. Got a touch of the Jeremy Howes. Oh, too high. Too high. And Peatling will take the free kick. If he doesn't get a nosebleed from the height, he's going to get it from the tackle. As Peatling kicks to half forward. Man on the lead. Too strong. And the ball will peter out over the boundary line.
He's got an athletic build, hasn't he, Peatling? So you get the feeling that he loves a big grab.
A jump at it.
He's had a couple of good looks at it early in this second quarter. Power dominating on the scoreboard, but it's a real arm wrestle. High-pressured game of footy. Back over the boundary line and out of play. Beautiful conditions here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Hardly a breath of wind now out on the ground. The umpire sends it back into play. Giants grabbed it straight out of the ruck, gave it to Squire, who sends it towards half forward. Good grab though. Taken by McAuliffe on half back. Goes wide to Rees. There's a couple of players on offer here. One of them's Pepper in a bit of space. Just a floating ball forward. Bounces out the back of the contest. Under pressure, Kendall dishes the handball back to Radley. Pops it over the top. McGrory taken into the turf. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
Now the disposals are 104 each at the moment, tied up. Inside 50s are 16 to 11 in favour of Gippsland.
all wrapped up. Ball to be thrown up between wing and half forward, grandstand side of the ground. Up it goes. Baldy been prolific early on in this game. Kicks inside 50. Papley might have got caught. Ball in dispute. And it's underneath him. Umpire will come in and Art. He's picked out a free kick, a legging.
Really like the way Riley Baldy takes the game on and backs himself.
Yep.
He knows his ability and he makes the right choices.
They kick out to the grandstand side. Giants. Oh, collared solidly. Now Peatling. They go backwards to go forwards. Now the cavalry come. Beautiful tackle there by Trent Baldy. And he kicks it up forward. And the mark is taken. I think this is Papley. Just wait for him, yep, to turn around. This is William Papley. He is going to kick from 30 metres out, directly in front. This for Gippsland's 6th, and to give him a lead of 21 points. Papley comes in. Hop, skip and a jump, kicks, and straight through the middle. Great goal there. Good setup by William Papley. A little bit of argy-bargy there, but Papley's got the goal. 6-4-40 to the Giants, 3-1-19. 13 and a half minutes in the second quarter in this round 5 action.
Been a bit quiet today, Papley, so good to see him hitting the scoreboard. We'll keep an eye on him for the rest of the game because he is a live wire up there.
So a nice handy buffer of 21 points for the Gippsland Power. Just over the halfway point of this second term here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Tossed in the air, good tap, one down by Skinner. Giants, though, will clear. Getting out of trouble was Lucas. Long ball inside 50. Peatling, this time he kept his feet on the ground and still took the mark. Directly in front. And just need one to keep them in touch here, the Giants. Can't let the game get away. Peatling. 182 centimetres, 70 kilos, right foot kick. Goal umpire did not move.
Been impressive, hasn't he, Peatling? Liked him as a player. I know he's exciting to watch, but you know, the way he finished that, he did that easily.
Yeah, have a look at the replay. Great kicking action, and as soon as it left the boot, he knew that it was sailing straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. As the umpires just taking their time to get the ball back into the middle, we do need to thank our naming rights partner, NAB, who's also our principal partner of the Under-18 competition, our education partner, Open Universities Australia, our digital partner, Telstra, our Puma, our apparel partner, which is Puma, our testing partner, Rookie Me, and the bar counter, our nutrition partner. Great supporters of the Under-18 competition in 2019. Power looked to win the clearance out of the middle. Baldy again. Big, strong mark taken inside defensive 50 by Nicholas Murray. Swings it wide to Harry Grant. He's coughed it up. Turnover. Ball will be sent straight back inside 50. A little offline. Pepper at the back. He's claimed it. And quickly played on. Had a man directly in front, about 5 or so metres further out. Zach Skinner. Just making things a little bit easier. Good grab there from Pepper. Been a solid player for the Gippsland Power in the early part of 2019, and now Zach Skinner puts it on its way. and kicks the goal.
Playing well, Pepper. I've liked his game so far. Getting amongst the action a fair bit on that forward line. Covers a fair bit of ground.
The Sergeant.
Sergeant Pepper.
It's the one, Rick.
That's it.
It's the one. Back in the middle. 7-4-46, 4-1-25, 17 minutes into this second term. Gippsland maintaining a good little break over the Giants. Ball thrown up. Tapped down at the feet, Giants. Oh, nice little fist in there. Caught, wrapped up in a tackle. Holding the ball says Amber. Her name was Amber.
Amber Foster.
Amber Foster from AFL Sydney.
Yep.
Ball goes forward for Gippsland. Wheel around on the right. Daisy cutter, can't hit the target. Power, jump in, can't get it. Oh, smother. Plenty of forward pressure by the Gippsland Power today too. They're just making life hard for the Giants' defence. As the ball bounces kindly, they wheel around. Eventually the boundary line wins and they'll toss it in. 18 minutes in. 21 points the difference. Leading stat getter, Rick, on the ground?
Yeah, we've got Jeremy Lucas for GWS with 12. We've got Tim Organ with 10. Riley Baldy, 10. And Pepper with 10 as well.
Good spread there as they go forward. This is Trent Baldy, who goes deep inside 50, but the intercept mark to Nick Murray. Murray goes straight up the hay diddle, finds Harry Grant.
Oh, we're coming back, are we?
And there we go. We've got to go back. Now Murray decides to go to the other way. He's got 2 on 1. Oh, nice mark taken. This is Peatling.
I was going to say, guess who?
Been prominent. Sticky fingers. His kick's not so crash-hot. Tyron Reese. Kicks to the top of 50, intercept defensive punch. Now it's a quick kick forward for Gippsland. Bit of a chaos footy inside 50. Ball spills. Our man Riley Bawley measures it up, has a look, and they pay the mark. And it goes to Kyle Dunkley.
Not so sure that was 1.5 goal squares.
Very true, Rick. It's pretty short. Well, it's
pretty close.
It's close enough. I'll tell you one thing, it's paid a mark. Kyle Dunkley comes in, he's near enough to directly in front. Slight angle. He's going to kick it from 45 metres out. Lays back on it, lovely kick off the boot. Went through half up goalpost height, and that takes Gippsland Power. That's 1 mark, 2 tackles, 3 handballs this quarter for Kyle Dunkley. The Giants are 4-1-25. The Power got a nice little lead, 8-4-52. And we're 20.5 minutes into this second term.
They've just got this little cushion, don't they, the Gippsland Power, that they're maintaining. High-pressured game of footy. But they've built enough of a buffer to be comfortable heading towards the main break here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Skinner won it down. Straight into an arm wrestle. Harry Grant gives the ball back to the umpire. Ball up. Skinner working hard. Squire in there as well for the Giants. Comes out to Peatling. Hurried kick towards half forward. Just went through the hands of Shields. Hamblin for the Giants pops it forward.
Oh, solid.
Delahunty went straight into the turf. Ball still alive. Pepper. His handball was okay. Power able to work their way clean. Shields under pressure. Drop the ball. Umpire calls play on. Giants with numbers around the footy. Coming through, able to hold things up, McGarity for the Gippsland Power, and we'll get a stoppage at half forward.
That handball just missed the mark there to open up the play, and all of a sudden you got a ball up.
Giants win it straight down. Garrity with a hurried handball out for the Power. Peatling ends up with the footy. Got caught. Coming through now, Grant. Hurried kick inside 50. Clears everyone. It hasn't been touched. Harry Grant kicks the goal.
An Open University's Player of the Week contender for sure.
How on earth that cleared the pack?
It's a funny thing, that Aussie rules footy.
Yeah, it hit the right point, didn't it? And just sped off. Yep, kept low. Watch this one. Yeah, it just wobbled low.
It's a real wobbler too. It's not end on end. It's sort of elliptical.
He's a stocky type, isn't he, Harry Grant? Very big quads.
Have to get the dictionary out.
All right, we're back in the middle in the shadows of half-time. We're going to be joined by Peter Francis for the third quarter, talent manager for the Gippsland Power, as Papley's wrapped up in a bear hug by Lachlan Squire. Skinner, Squire, and the umpire will come in, crosses himself. We've advanced 4.5 metres west of where we started. Skinner again gets front position, taps it down to his feet. Giants through Frost. Little dinky one to Harry Grant. He's more direct. Ball misses the target. This is Connolly. He straightens up, kicks long inside 50. Over the back to Giants. They're under the pump. He's over the top of it. He'd want to make an attempt, and the umpire has decided to ball it up. Minute to go in this first half. It's Power by 21, and we're deep in their attack. There's a kick forward. Who's underneath it? And there's a mark taken, or throw in. Throw in.
Thought he took it.
Dunkley thought he took the mark.
Juggled it over the line, I think. No?
That was a mark.
He did not let it go.
No, not a mark. Ball thrown in. Dangerous times for the Giants. They need to keep it out. Snap on goal. Oh, just to behind. That was by Mason at McGarity. 22 points up. Giants. He'll kick this as far as he can. It's a good hoof too. Up it goes, punch, and that'll go out of bounds. I think that'll do us.
Half time here at Blacktown International Sports Park, and it's the Gippsland Power holding sway in a tight arm wrestle. 8-5-53, the GWS Giants. 5-1-31. The goal kickers up to half time for the Gippsland Power. 2 to Riley Baldy, singles to William Papley, Kyle Dunkley, Fraser Phillips, Mason McGarity, Jake Vanderplyte and Zach Skinner, whilst the goal kickers for the Giants are Harry Grant, Tim Organ, James Peatling, Reece Mooney and Liam Delahunty. We'll take a break here at half time of the second match of our doubleheader here from Blacktown International Sports Park, round 5 of the NAB League boys. And we've got Peter Francis coming up after the break from the Gippsland Power.
Welcome back to Blacktown, and it's half time here in the second of the doubleheader, and the Gippsland Power are leading by 22 points, 8-5-53 to the GWS Giants Academy 5-1-31. Philip Crooks and Rick Morris up in the box, and we're joined in the third quarter by an old friend of ours, Rick, Peter Francis, talent manager of the Gippsland Power. How are you, Pete?
I'm well, thanks, Phil. Going really well.
Whoever thought we'd be sitting next to each other? We've chatted many a time over the years, but we never thought we'd be sitting in Blacktown with the Gippsland Power playing the GWS Giants Academy.
That's correct. Yeah, no, that's for sure. But it's a magnificent surface and a beautiful day for football, and two really good sides going at it at the moment. So, yeah, it's a really good spectacle.
Tell us about, we spoke to Mick in the first game, the logistics of getting your team up here today.
Yeah, really difficult. Obviously, we started at 6 o'clock from Bairnsdale. Tyrone Rees, who's playing out there, he was the first one on the bus at Bairnsdale, and obviously pick up along the way, Sale, then Morwell, Trafalgar, and the list goes on, Warrigal and through to Officer. And yeah, so, the boys were on the bus for a long, long time. We got to the airport around about 12 o'clock. The plane took off at 2. Up here around about 4:30, quarter to 5, and then in here to the Novotel at Blacktown. And so a really long day, and by the end of the day, the boys were really tired. We had tea at 7:30 and a team meeting after that, and then off to bed. And so, yeah, logistically, it's a really, really big thing, but, great for the boys because it's really exciting for them to be able to come to Sydney and play and play against the Giants, different team, different people in the competition. You know, we're used to playing against the Murray Bush Rangers and the Eastern Rangers and those types, but to play the Giants is completely different. So it's absolutely fantastic for our kids, we think, and you know they've loved every second of it.
Did I read somewhere that there was someone's first flight on a plane?
Yeah, it was Braden McAuliffe, his first flight. I think his first time out of Gippsland, actually. So, so it's been a really big day for Braden. He's nearly doesn't turn 17 until the 17th of December. So, you know, he's nearly under 16. Really young player, but quick, and has acquitted himself really well in that first half. We're really pleased with him, and yeah, but you know, obviously exciting to get on a plane and fly to Sydney and then to play up here is absolutely fantastic.
It's probably underrated, but like when your sport that you play lets you do things that you don't normally do, like travel on a plane, go interstate. It's a great learning curve for them to be able to stop in a hotel, then get up in the morning and go play a competitive game of footy.
Yeah, and if they're going to get drafted down the track, that's exactly what they've got to be able to do. So it is a great learning curve.
That's life. Now, how many years at the helm down at Gippsland for you?
Yeah, I've been down 25 years now. First 6 were coaching Gippsland Power. I was the first full-time coach, and then the last 19 years I took over from Ray Byrne, who did a fantastic job down there, and yeah, the last 19 years doing the talent manager's role.
It's good. I know you hate talking about yourself, so this is going to be the last thing I say about it. Do you feel a sense of pride on Thursday when there's 92,000 people at the MCG and there's 2 former Gippsland Power boys who are not only both champion footballers but champion blokes, shake hands and run through the banner together?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's funny. We sat there and watched it, my wife and I, and they had a photo taken, and I hope I can get it off the AFL, but you know, to have that, I'd love to put it up in our facility, and that photo, because it is something really special, and they are 2 champion blokes. You know, Scotty Pendlebury's a superstar of the game, and so is Dyson, but they're quality people too, and you're a really proud moment.
That just crossed my mind when the 2 of them come together. I think they're fantastic, and of course, every time Anthony McDonald, Tippin Woody just gets on the break, Pete, I think of the Power. I think when we first saw him, we were calling him at Preston one day there, and he had the red shorts on and the big backside and the flashy boots.
Yeah, it's a great story though, isn't it? Coming from the Tiwi Islands to Druin, and Jane McDonald, who has looked after him, has done a magnificent job also with Anthony, and to get him there, and you know, without unfortunately the drug saga, it probably would never have happened. Great story.
The door opened for him when it looked as though it mightn't going to open, and now he's just a cult figure of not only of Essendon, of the AFL.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and he's a great fella too. That's the other side. You know, he's a quality person too, so it is exciting.
Just looking at the current lineup, Pete, now I was a bit concerned. You had a couple of big names out today in Flanders and Sarong, who are exciting players and strong, hard ball getters. But you seem to have covered that no worries. So the depth must be good at the Power this year.
Yeah, it is. It is, Rick. The top age group, they were brilliant as 17s last year. We were playing, 13, 14, 15 every week, 17-year-olds. It's one of the strongest groups we've had since probably 2005, that sort of era. So we went on to win a premiership, and we had 11 players drafted out of that team. They just seem to have come along in a crop. They've played along with each other for a long period of time, so they know each other's game. But the other 2 are certainly special talents. But we have got Charlie Comden coming into the team. He's part of that group, but hasn't played for the last 2 years because of a broken jaw and collarbones and things like that. We're really excited about him also. So there is a lot of talent amongst that top age group, and certainly exciting.
Fantastic, and Gippsland worked it nicely through defence there to get it down to the forward 50, and we got a ball up 45 metres out, and the umpire quickly throws it up, trying to get it to an open player, and that one went off the side of the boot towards Baldy, but out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in, 35 out from goal.
How did Comben do the jaw and the collarbone?
Under 15s, he was a tall, skinny kid. If he went under a shower, he wouldn't get wet. He was really skinny. We thought we'd protect him and put him out on a wing. And the first ball in the under 15 V-Line Cup come out to him, and players clashed, and straight away he's broken his collarbone in that game. and didn't really play the rest of the year as a 15-year-old. The next year, under 16s, a very similar incident. Started him on a wing and he broke his jaw and collarbone again. So he didn't play last year. He had a couple of injuries as he's a sail boy and had a couple of injuries. Didn't play any football last year at all as a bottom ager, and he's come back and he's a man mountain now and really exciting talent. I liken him to someone like a Nathan Vardy. He's a really good 400-metre runner, fantastic athlete. So, yeah, he's an exciting talent for us. Yeah, we're really excited, as I said.
Seems mobile enough. There he is, taking a nice strong mark out in front.
Yeah, you know, he's 201 centimetres, so he's a big lad. He's a really big lad, and he gets around the ground really well. And as I said, I liken him to Nathan Vardy very much. He's
made him work for that one. So McGrory takes the mark right in front of the commentary and chips it inboard, and we've got a mark to Bishop. Joe Bishop, who's got a man loose, probably a bit too easy there. And they spear it towards centre half forward, the GWS. Got support, but just haven't got that open kick yet. Now they do. Doesn't hit his man. Just forced the mistake there. And Gippsland through Pepper should clear. That they do. Umpire will bring it back. Bit of what have you going on there. Tangle of limbs. Still going at it. So inboard they go. That was Brock Smith, and they'll work it wide. This is dangerous. Allows the Giants in, but the fumble, when it counted most, just allows them back in again through Williams, and the power stream forward down towards half forward. Out in front it goes. Phillips is the man they want. He got it but lost it. GWS in support. Kick it down to a one-on-one at half forward. Good spoil over the back by, I think that was Williams or
Zach Reed.
Or Reed it was. Pretty mobile for a tall boy. Up they go. Oh, big fly. Didn't bring it down. Now Gippsland to clear. And he's got a paddock in front of him, Pepper. And he chips it out in front. Nice delivery. And that's Williams who'll send it down to half forward. GWS in the van. Over the top. That was Comben with the spoil. They'll try to work it out of the danger zone. Oh, he copped a heavy one right underneath us there. And he gets up McGrory, a bit slow. The mark's taken by Radley. Inboard it goes, and a nice mark. Just judged it better. And he'll have a shot on goal, Lucas Conlon. On a day like this, it's not a real difficult kick from this angle. So, Comben to come in. 40 metres out on an angle. We've got a good sider of this one. And Comben kicks a little left but holds its line. Lovely goal. And well deserved to the Giants. They hit the scoreboard and move on to 6-3-39 to Gippsland Power 8-5-53. And we are 7 minutes into this final or third quarter.
There's been some good goals, set shot goals kicked in that pocket today. Just seems to be nicely protected. You mentioned the complex down there at Morwell. How's that going?
Yeah, really good, Phil. We haven't had to. But at this stage we've got plans to put female change rooms on as well, which is really exciting. But at the moment, through Hazelwood closing down, there's $9 million being spent down there on the whole precinct, so we're getting a synthetic surface ground to train on out beside our facility as well out there. So yeah, it'll be absolutely fantastic, and I think a lot of people in Gippsland will be really jealous of the Moore facility for sure.
Well, as Rick and I have seen it, it's it's the equivalent of anything you'd see in AFL level, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been recognised by the AFL as probably the best facility in Australia outside an AFL club. So we're really fortunate to have it, and the boys really appreciate it. It's sort of 10 years old now, and people walk through it and it looks like it's brand new. So they really respect it and look after it, which is super.
And the workload for you as an and as an organisation with the growth of women's footy down at Morwell?
Yeah, really, obviously gone on, and I guess Mick would be able to tell you as well. It puts another layer on top of what we've already got. You know, we've got 12, 13 and 14, 15-year-old academies, our V-line under 15s, our under 16s, and then our under 18 boys, and another layer of girls on top of that. So it is really busy, but exciting, the girls' space. Yeah, we're really excited about our girls.
Gippsland working it out nicely through Connolly, down to centre wing, big pack of players, fist it, and no clean winner there.
Young William Papley.
Yeah.
Is he like his brother?
Yeah, very much so. You can see he runs, walks, everything exactly the same as Tom. They're identical. He's had a really good game. He's going through the midfield today for the first time, which is fantastic. Yeah, bottom age player, but really excited. There he goes again. Tough and hard inside, similar to Tommy. And yeah, we're excited about what he can bring to the table as well.
It's off the side of the boot, but Luxor Fortune and Lachlan Squire has marked this bang on centre wing in front of the comm box. He looks up, gives it a good old hoik to the 50, and falling mark for the Giants, and this is Liam Delahunty. Drives it right at the point post and just shades the outside of it over the boundary line, out of bounds on the full, with Gippsland to bring it back in. 10.5 minutes into the third term. Scrubby old kick. Pepper. Handball comes over the top. Reese. He's a long kick to half forward, but it's perfect. Fraser Phillips wheels around onto the left. Kicks inboard. Trent Baldy. Kick smothered. Turnover in the middle. Giants have got some numbers and the footy. They kick in short, and the mark is taken by Harry Radley. He wheels around on the right straight away. Kicks to the top of 50. It's all Gippsland. They kick to half forward. The race is on. Good contest. Hasn't got the footy. Now he gets rid of it somehow. Giants through Grant. Kicks on the outside of his boot. Riley Baldy's got it. Gets onto the left boot. Finds his brother. Gets on the right again. Goes up forward. 2 bites. Now the kick round the corner. How good's that?
Good goal. It was a lovely goal.
That is Gippsland's 9th goal.
Ben Maslin.
Ben Maslin. That is now. We're not talking about you so much, Pete, but when you played early 70s, late 70s, sorry, and 80s, would you have ever envisaged kicking banana benders in play around like that? It was just a check side from the boundary on the wrong side. That was the only time you'd ever use it.
That's correct. But the boys now come through, don't they? And you see the kids down in the park, and where we are at Moore, they come down there having kicks at goal all the time, and that's all they practice now. And yeah, it's great.
We talked about one of our favourites, Caleb Sarong, earlier. What are we going to do with his cricketing, Pete? Because that's the second love of Caleb's.
Yeah, look, he's on a dual scholarship at Geelong Grammar, both cricket and football, and he missed round 1 with the cricket grand final, and I think he got 100, as well as 20-odd overs. So, yeah, look, he's excited, but there's no doubt I think he'll go that football route for sure. He's unbelievable player. He had another good day again at the MCG on Saturday.
As good a place as any to show it, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, he's highly on the radar, obviously, and, we obviously miss him when he goes to school footy, but it's good that he's getting a
So was
really
that for the sports scholarship that he made that decision?
Yeah.
Good that they get those opportunities at that age.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we've got Sam Berry at Melbourne Grammar and Chance Stoltry also at Melbourne as well. So it is a great opportunity for the boys.
Now that's Conley on the outer side. He'll boot it towards half forward. smack back towards the GWS 50, and Gippsland get back in numbers. They've got support through Dunkley, who'll hit up Pepper, who's got a lot of space on the left. He's kicked to a race, really. We've got, leading the way, we've got Murray, former Murray Bushranger.
Oof.
And he gets it out, but there's trouble here. And, good collision. Great work by Reese. He's been terrific today. But it finds runner in McGrory, who'll get it down, and Reed judged it beautifully with the long arms and legs. Not much of his legs.
So it's actually brother of Kyle Reid, who played fullback, was All-Australian last year, and now Geelong VFL.
They get it through the middle this time through, that player was Shields, but the ball was turned over. And again, he had that, but just took his hands off it. Back it goes to Fitzpatrick, who'll burst through the middle and kick long to a lead. Overcooks it. GWS to clear. And that was a wobbly old kick that just lands inside the commentary box. And we'll have a throw in. It's centre wing.
So it's a big year for Caleb. I was just thinking then, he's got Rep McLennan here, he's got Vic Country and the different set of teammates there, he's got Geelong Grammar, different coach, different set of teammates there. That's a big grounding.
It is, and also the academy, Luke Power with the academy as well. So yeah, a lot of coaches, a lot of different. So yeah, the boys do a really good job, don't they, as far as all that sort of goes. It's really difficult scenario for them, but look, he'll just take learnings from each and every one of them, I'm sure. So I don't think it'll be a real problem for him.
And the ability to, he's one of the number one pips here for Gippsland, but when you're playing for Vic Country and the others, you may not always get the run of the plum spot or whatever, is it?
Yeah.
You've got to.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Giants at centre half back through Bevan. Kicks into the centre of the ground. Kick forward by Quirk. You've got a man inside 50, and there's a bit of an up and under. And mark taken. Lucas Conlon has marked this. He'll kick from just under 30 metres out. He's on about a 40-degree angle. 17 minutes into the third term. This to put the Giants 14 points in arrears. Kicks, and that is skinny to the left through for a behind. 6'4", 40, 9'5", 59.
Bit of size to him, hasn't he, Conlon? 189 centimetres, 95 kgs. Big fella.
How is the new coach going?
Yeah, really well. It's been a really nice transition to get ready. He's been with us now for 4 years, local with Leongatha Football Club, played a lot of footy, come through originally up from north, Victoria, and then they went to Queensland, so he played nationals with Queensland and had a little bit of time at the Brisbane Lions and then the Carlton Football Club, Werribee in the VFL, and then met a Leongatha girl and moved down there and probably finished his football off down there. But his last 4 years have been with us and assistant coach to Lee Brown, and also the last 2 years he's coached our under-16s side, which is these two groups of boys, so he knows them really well. And so, like I said, it's been a nice, really clean transition. He's very cool and calculated, lovely fellow. He's been a CEO at a nursing home, so he's obviously a smart guy as well.
Right.
And yeah. So a real different shift in work and things like that. But yeah, we're really
certainly in the demographic, the age demographic. He's gone.
Yeah, that's
gone from the North Pole to the South Pole.
That's right. That's right. So he might be able to get a few staff, team manager or something like that, out of there for us.
You do have one of the best after matches of all time. You might be able to get the scones and jam and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're really known for that, aren't we?
You are. It is a good feed afterwards.
I tell you what, you do have a lot of long-time servants, don't you, down at the Power?
Yeah, we do, Rick. It's interesting. They seem to come and enjoy it, which is hopefully what you get. So Yeah, we're very fortunate. Yeah, very fortunate. And we've got a lot of good people. So.
Scrambled goal there for the Giants. That was Harry Radley. And they creep ever so closer. 7-4, 46 to 9-5, 59, 19 minutes in. There's one of the loyal servants, I think, sitting. I saw her with her camera. Kate Mitchell.
Yeah, Kate Mitchell. Yeah, Kate's been with us a long time and does a brilliant job with our media. We're probably one of the most, I think, exposed TAC Cup teams in the competition, and Kate does just a brilliant job on social media. I know when we played in I think it was the 2010 or 12 TAC Cup Grand Final, Grant Williams, who was the CEO of AFL Victoria, he wasn't at the game, and he said to me afterwards he felt like he was at the game with the tweets Kate was putting out, and it just kept him up to date all the time with what was going on. So she does a brilliant job.
Of course, her parents involved heavily too.
Yeah, Brian and Marg been there since day dot, since Power started, so it's,
it's good.
It is good, it is.
It's the fabric of your club.
Yeah, I'll say.
Ball inside 50. Gippsland defending. Oh, just hesitated then. That was Zach Reid.
Come a difficult stage of the game because they're coming back here, the Giants, and this one will put them well into the game.
To put them within 7 points.
Ryan Sparks with 3 kicks and 2 handballs this quarter.
Yeah, he's had a really good start to the year, Sparks. He's a high possession winner. Usually plays back, but has been thrown across a wing and a little bit through the midfield this week. So a little bit of a different role for Ryan, but had a very good year as a bottom major last year and has continued on that form this year.
Goal kicker there, Conlon, adds to Liam Delahunty's goal previously. So they pegged back the margin. 52 plays 59, Power in front. And we've got 4 minutes left in this third quarter, turning into a pretty hot game. So we've got Jack Cullen going into the ruck, 197 centimetres, up against Zach Skinner. Umpire balls it up, and Cullen got the tap down to prominent player in Lucas. They get it forward. Over the back it goes. Gippsland in numbers. Get it out wide. Nice footwork to Hourigan. He'll get it over to Rees. Rees around on his right. Puts his player under pressure. And it probably wasn't enough pressure as it should have been because he was able to get it away. And the ball in a tangle at centre wing. And he's paid the holding the ball. I think he had 4 players sitting on top of him, so the umpire said no, get it out, and it is rewarded to Maslin, who kicked the last goal for Gippsland. Oh,
if you don't mind.
The day, over the back, Murray.
Wacko.
Fly, got the ride, put the knee in the back, and gave us one for the highlight reels and an Open University Player of the Week. And over the back goes Rees. Tries to emulate it and got his hands to it and brought it down. Things really hotting up here. He got the ride and he's had a good game, Nick Murray. Pepper with the little toe poke forward. I think Hamlin come off the interchange there. And he ran straight into trouble. Pepper to run off here, and he somehow finds his man in McGarity. He chips it up, but he should have took it. Gee. It was a clever kick in the end, but wasn't able to hold the mark. Gippsland still trying to keep it forward. Can't quite get away. And we'll have a ball up 45 out from the Power goal.
Was a clever kick. He gave him the time and space to get to it.
And he had that position where he just had to hold on to it, but lost it.
Almost like a chess mark situation, rather than the put your hands up.
Gippsland to repel again. And he might get pinged too, no? So it's in the middle, slightly forward of Gippsland's forward line. Pepper, he's had a good game, gets it down inside 50, thumped away. GWS can't quite break away just yet. Now they've got a loose man. And he'll work it forward, Organ. No, he just holds up play. Didn't have enough on offer. Did well to plug the hole there, Papley. And Rees will intercept. They're on the move. The fumble by Williams. He'd want to make up for it. Chips it long. We've got a big pack over the back. Just favours the Giants. And good handwork there. They should be able to clear, and they've got enough numbers on the outer side of the ground to hold up on this defence. I'll kick long to a runner. Just needs the run of it, and he got it. Good work on the burst. And nice pass out in front of Grant. Did you catch that player, Crooksy, in the outer side?
I lost him. That is Bevan, Drew Bevan.
Really good run, that. So, important kick. 7 points down at three-quarter time with the kick after the siren. Harry Grant kicks it through the middle. There's a point the difference.
We've got the close one. Pete, we'll let you get down to the huddle and work it out.
Phil, thanks, Rick. Really appreciate it.
Always good to see you, Pete. Well done.
Three-quarter time here, Gippsland Power 9-5-59 to the Giants 9-4-58. And we've got ourselves the close one, Rick. He's lost his headset. That's okay. We'll take a break here, and on the other side of this, we will have Matthew Cox speaking to Jason Saddington, coach of the Giants, who'll let us know how he's going to get the home team up in the last quarter. This is NAB League football live from Blacktown.
Come on. Move to the sword here. Fucking back in it, boys. Fucking oath. Grab a jumper. Harry.
Down here on the ground with GWS Academy coach Jason Saddington. Jason came back really well in that third quarter, grinded your way back in to only trail by a point at three-quarter time.
Yeah, it was really good for the boys. We were able to probably play the ball in the front half of our field a little bit more often, which we didn't get to do too much in the first half. We lifted our intensity around the contest, halved a few more contests, which gave us an opportunity to get the ball back.
Harry Grant was really impressive kicking that goal on the siren as well. You were really impressed with his quarter.
Yeah, he had a terrific quarter. I think Harry was the one that really got in there and won the footy hard. He did the simple things well, and he was really aggressive around the ball.
Your final instruction to the group for the final term?
To probably keep doing what we did, and that's just making sure that we win or halve those contests. It gives us a chance to get the ball back and go forward.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well done, Matthew, and thanks to Jason Saddington. Last quarter action here at Blacktown. Take it away, Rick.
No winner in that ruck knockout, but Skinner gets it forward this time. Power. Let's see what they've got this quarter. They just let GWS back in there, and GWS were pretty good in those final moments. They get it forward. Oh, great mark at half forward, and we got it with Moen. He goes inboard to Grant.
I like him.
Yeah, likely type. Gets it down forward. And it'll be cleared this time through Phillips. He goes wide. They've got control of it, but not too much going on. As a pinch by Hamblin.
Ooh.
In towards full forward, and a mark out in the lead that time to Peatling.
Jacob Peatling.
Liked his game.
He probably
Likely
thought he had mark of the day covered early in the day, but I don't.
Yes, that's true. I think a bit of a photo finish, but
James Peatling. I keep going. He's from Pennant Hills. James.
so Peatling to kick from 43 metres out, and he kicks. He's a nice kick at goal, and that one's faded. Just left at the last minute, through for a goal.
And she's all tied up.
Sorry. Just got a casual approach to his kick, but I like the way he connects.
Connolly for Gippsland to bring the ball back in. It's 59 apiece. He comes out laconically, kicks to the pocket looking for Baldy, but Hamblin gets front position and is happy to see the ball over the boundary line. 55 metres around from the Giants' goal. In played in beautiful sunshine, perfect conditions for footy today. Skinner by hand. They get it across eventually. Funny old kick forward. Giants at the fall of the ball. No one can pick it up. Now it comes out the back. Pepper puts in a nice little one, just yorks him, and the ball will go over the boundary line out of bounds.
The idea was right, just didn't needed another yard on it.
Just around the grounds. Stingrays beat the Chargers by 70, 124 to 54. Dragons beat the Lions by 97, 132 to 35. Obviously, the Swans beat the Bushrangers earlier here today. The Knights had a win over the Pioneers last night. And getting underway so far, the Rangers are 8 points up on the Gold Coast Suns, close to half-time. And the Falcons are leading the Cannons by 2 goals near quarter time. NAB League footy absolutely everywhere. And you can watch it all, cover it all, catch it all live on your NAB League app.
And we're catching it live at the moment. It's a good game on our hands. It's all tied up, 59 apiece. And we're on the grandstand side of the ground, half forward. Gippsland attacking. They've just stopped a bit at the moment, Gippsland, so they want to just regroup at the moment, and GWS get it forward once again. Big kick forward. They've got the run if they can get it out, but it was intercepted nicely that time by Shields. They'll work it to the outer side. Good spoil, brings it to ground, and out of bounds it goes. Commentary side.
Harrison Pepper, 19 disposals, 17 kicks, 2 handballs, 5 marks.
Notice people that kick it a lot.
Yeah.
And he's been noticeable today.
Love him. What was the feel down on the ground, Matthew, during the third quarter? What was the mood of the meeting, the temperature of the room?
The Giants are coming. There's a big sound from the west of the town. They are coming. We're very up and about, very buoyant down there. They're quietly confident.
They're putting the pressure on here as we speak, and get it into the middle. They've got open space, just a bit late on, and they love that chip around to the half-back line. It's with Frost. He's gone cold for a bit, and he goes back, and he's given it to Murray, who I've liked all, former bushranger. And now it's the outer side of the ground. And they'll spear it through to that Harry Grant, who'll kick to a nice lead. Oh, great attempt by Jeremy Lucas, who's been terrific. And we'll have a ball up. Puts his body on the line, Lucas.
Tell you what, they remind me a little bit of the Pioneers. They like to get up and about, taking screamers and good marks.
So we're at a bit of a stalemate here, outer side wing. And there was a shepherd paid, and it'll go the way of Skinner for the power. He plays on straight away, and they'll go forward. Nice mark to Dunkley. They'll look for some drive for him this quarter, Dunkley. They get it to full forward. Ball's in dispute. Now they'll get it out. If they can just get a snap on it, Baldy to the left, goes up and under, and it'll be cleared again. If they can hold on here, Skinner, he's got an open paddock. He gives it off to his man, and they'll chip it forward to the man in Papley. Papley goes inboard, but overcooks it all of a sudden. They had it, GWS, but lost it. Comedy of errors, but here's a chance. Power having a shot on goal, but offline. There was a comedy of errors there, so it was a fitting result.
It was a litany of inaccurate football there as the Giants bring it back in. Frost on the right boot, kicks out wide, got a man all on his own on centre wing, lays off the handball to Grant. Grant, low searching kick up forward. He's looking for Lucas, can't find the handle of it. Gippsland, torpedo punt tumbler. Power have got the ball. Papley gets it out wide, looking for Phillips on the left boot. Got time to measure it. Oh, great mark under pressure, Riley Bawley. Wheels around on the right, kicks to the top of the square. There's a free kick. Advantage.
Oh, my goodness.
And Rick, Charlie Comben.
The advantage was there. He could have ran another 5 metres.
And just slipped off the side of the boot. 9.7.61 to 9.5.59.
They're out here.
And nice mark taken by Tim Organ. Short of centre wing. They're going to go backwards, trying to open it up. Oh, dodgy kick. Peatling is trapped, and the umpire will come in and ball it up.
Had nothing to go to then. They were setting up for the switch, but there was just nothing on offer on that outer side.
We got the close one, and Peatling gets a little kick out of trouble. No clear possession again. It opens it up, this time for Delahunty. They kick it down towards full forward. It's a race on. Reed puts out the long arms. Can't quite gather it. It's out in the open now. Kick forward, partially smothered. Play on's a call. Out it goes to Radley. What can he do? He's on the boundary. They paddle it along and eventually out of bounds. I think everyone wanted the boundary line there.
The classic setup here of NAB League footy with the two forwards and defenders in the inside 50 then gave them, as soon as whoever won the struggle in here had something to kick at and a target, which augurs well.
Ball in. Williams soccers it. We've got a shot on goal. And just offline again by Grant.
Falcon.
Nearly took the goal umpire out.
Falcon to the umpire.
It did it?
Yep.
Oh, no, right on the boko. It was a ripper. No, why do I find that funny, Rick? I don't know, but I just do.
Good to see they didn't flinch and they were just had their mind on the job. That's all.
They're brave. They always get up and dust themselves off. Signal.
Holding their head now. That'd be a bit sore.
Oh, almost another big screamer. Gippsland, Papley, Pepper. Oh, not paid as a mark, not far enough. Ends up with Pepper again. He goes backwards, sideways, and eventually Josh Smith has got it. He kicks it to centre wing. Giants. Oh, strike me pink. Solid footy, good footy, the kind of footy that we love. Ball on half forward for Gippsland. Nice evasive skills. They go inboard. It ends up in the hands of Frost. He's going to go laterally, goes back deep in defence. He's got a player on in Driscoll. Sean Driscoll gets it. He's off to the races. Evades. Gets onto the right boot. Kicks into the centre, but it's Pepper. Harrison Pepper. Been hot all day. Chips one over. Gets the old give and get. Needs to get rid of it. Handballs to no one in particular. Ball in dispute. Plenty of Giants. Gippsland get in. Oh, standing still. Wasn't in a position to move the ball on, and they will ball it up. On the 50-metre line, 11 minutes into the last quarter, it's Gippsland Power by 1 point.
Players getting a bit tired too. It's a warmish day out there. The sun's been shining all day. And here comes Rees with a kick down, which was touched in the contest and through for a behind. So they get a 2-point lead. GWS to kick out.
Inside 50s, 37 to 33 in favour of the Giants. Marks 71 to 59 also in favour of GWS.
It is a thumping kick. That went 65 metres. And ball's in dispute. Kicked into his teammate there. And they're scragging, and the umpire will have to come in and ball it up. We're at half forward.
Oh, here's
We've got the Falcon here.
Replay of the goal umpire right on the little button of the top of the cap.
Right on the coconut.
Good work by the cameraman there.
They don't miss a trick.
Out of side, kicked out by Pepper, who's in everything at the minute, but great judgment down the back there by Frost.
Stop stealing my lines, Rick. I've painted a few of those.
Need to get the boom tish sound effect every time you two go.
Gippsland, no, Giants trying to get the ball out the back. They kick into the middle. Ball in dispute. Game's in dispute. Good solid tackle met. Giants, no one can get clean possession here. Shrugging, pushing, pulling. And now a whistle, and the Giants have got the free kick. And they will take it on the centre wing. This is Sebastian Quirk. Quirk kicks to the edge of 50. Punched down, tackled, tied up. And this is Amber Foster doing a fine job on the whistle today.
Along with Brad Stewart and Tim O'Shea officiating out there today. Done a good job.
That was an easy call to make, as our man Peatling, James Peatling, how's he gone today? Let me just check his... He's had 17 touches, 15 kicks, 3 handballs, 8 marks, 1 goal, 1.
Got underneath that one.
Kicks into the pocket. Tough, rugged footy and a scramble behind. 9-7-61 to 9-8-62, 11 minutes in. Point the difference. Which way is it going to go, Rick?
Oh, I can't tip it at the minute. Both teams are making crucial errors as well, so whoever stands up and is willing to take the ball on, take a few risks and go through the middle, because they're both liking to chip it around like they are at the minute. And what have we got here?
Free kick.
Free kick. And the ball will come towards the commentary side. Gippsland with possession. Kick out of trouble by Dunkley. A one-on-one, good body work. Opens up the play. Has anyone there? Or they flicked it back. It was lucky there was support there for the Gippsland, the GWS boys. Mark was dropped, but gained again by Bevan. And he goes wide, and he's got his man in Flack. Flack goes wide. Out to Lucas, prolific ball winner all day. Chips to a lead, out of bounds it goes.
So leading possession getter on the ground, Harry Grant with 27 touches. Peppers picked up 25. Squire 23 for GWS. And Lucas with 21, also for GWS.
Power, get the scrambling kick. Oh, great work. Both players putting their bodies on the line. Giants have got the numbers, got the footy, and hack it up forward. And great defensive mark. That was Papley. He goes inboard to Rees. He comes out wide. Baldy on the hunt. He gets it. He takes one bounce. He looks up forward. Kicks to the man on the lead, loses his footing, turns around, the race is on, picks it up, bumps solidly, and ball trickles over the boundary line, out of bounds, forward pocket.
See, that kick hits his target. All of a sudden, you've got GWS players running down towards the goal square and panicking a bit. So they've just got to get the skills right, both sides, under pressure in these dying moments.
20 metres around from the Gippy goal. Boundary umpire sets. Nice hurl in. Smothered. Giants working through heavy traffic. Now they've got some clear passage. They kick to centre wing. Peatling on the lead. Oh, just can't get it. It was a real gully catch, that one. Just couldn't drag it in. Felt the collarbone as he hit the deck. Warm out there, Matt.
is warm, and there were a few players down on the bench during that third quarter that were just struggling a little bit in the heat. Out there, it's a high-pressured, fast-paced game of footy.
Here's Grant. Grant on the left boot, kicks it around the corner, solid, running into trouble. Ball's still in dispute. It's been this way for about 8 minutes of footy here.
It's been this way all game.
Great tackling.
Neither side, I know Gippsland got out to a good jump, but neither side's really dominated the contest. It's been quite even.
Grant again, and that one skews off. It's a no quarter asked, no quarter given type of match. As Rees brings it back in, he spots up Sparks. Sparks kicks to half forward. It is all charcoal and orange.
Loved his game, Nick Murray.
Murray, north of the Murray now, kicks to half forward. They're looking for a grab, and a defensive punch by Hourigan puts it over the boundary line and out of bounds.
You mentioned before, Rick, there's two players, that someone's got to step up, and for me there's two players I'm looking at. Harry Grant, who's had a brilliant second half. I think he needs to go another gear. He's created X-Factor areas now.
Too high.
He's just got to... I don't know what more he can do, but I think if GWS are to win, it's going to be because he's going to do something special. On the other side of the coin, I'm looking at Riley Baldy. His first game back for the Gippsland Power. He's faded out of the game just a tad. They're the two players I'm looking at to step up in this final 6 minutes.
Oh, gee. Solid work. Gee, I'm glad I'm up here and not down there.
Again, a few skill errors at the moment, just costing that open play. Just not hitting the target or the fumble at the crucial stage. We're right underneath us here. Two big fellows. Smith gets his body in place, and it's sharked nicely by Quirk, who gets it down forward. They're inside 50 now. Oh, a bit of a high one, but play on's a call. We're just inside the 50, and we'll have a ball up. Umpire to ball it up inside the Giants 50. They trail by one behind. We're 5 minutes left in this game. They're still in possession. Now it's partially kicked, partially smothered. And he span into trouble, so I would have thought that's prior opportunity.
I would have thought that was holding the ball, Rick, on that occasion.
Quickly balls it up. And again he spins into trouble. Wasn't his fault, McGarity.
Gee, there's nothing in it, is there?
Both teams having a crack. Good to see.
And just look at the gap on the broadcast wing between this contest and the three players marked out waiting for the hoping kick.
Went off the side of the hand, that one, out of bounds. And the player you mentioned, Harry Grant, with 30 possessions so far and 2 goals there, Matthew. So you want him to do a bit more, do you? Is that a good game, Grant? Socket off by Baldy. They get it forward. Crashing the packs. Kicked forward. Can't quite get it away yet.
Oh.
Picked up by that player there was Baldy, Trent Baldy.
Geez.
And eventually out of bounds it goes.
What I was trying to say, not to do more, but he's going to do something special. That's what.
He's going to do something extra.
Yeah. That's what, just to clarify, because I did get muddled.
Ball to be thrown in. 4 minutes to go. Power by a point. It's taken off the kick, Giants. They spit it out the back to Driscoll. Driscoll kicks long to the top of 50. Oh, Rock of Gibraltar. Great mark for Gippsland by Hourigan. He switches play in the centre of the ground. Bit of direction. They kick long. They're looking over the back, but the mark taken for the Giants by George Kendall. George on the left boot. Puts a funny little floater in there to Murray, to Frost. It's not clean. Gippsland have got the door open here if they can get it, but no. Free kick. Free kick to the Power, and that's going to go to Maslin. He kicks to the hot spot. Ball spills. Giants just kick it out of the danger area. It's a chaos footy inside 50. Now they're a chance. They're on here. Mark taken.
Trent Baldy.
Trent Baldy has marked it. He will kick from 23 metres out.
He's probably never had a bigger kick in his life. Not too often you get to kick this late in the game to win the game.
Nah, it's 22 and a half minutes in. They lead by a point. Trent Baldy comes in, and it's to the right. Through for a behind. 9-9-63 to 9-7-61. The Giants, Rick, what can they do?
They'll play on. There's no one on the mark. Not that there is a mark these days, but it's turned over, and Maslin takes the mark. He's probably 52 metres out when he kicks. So this will take a big boot, but it's fair weather football. It's pretty good weather.
Oh,
You'd think he'd be a chance if he connects properly. So this will either go through or be touched on the line. Not much in it. Oh, he's played on. Makes a fool of me. They've got a loose man out the outer side, forward pocket.
Pepper.
Now, he's had a great game, Pepper. I would say go back and take the game on. And he's wasting time. They know they've got a 2-point lead, Gippsland Power, 1 minute 12 to go, and he's shooting for goal from 45 out on the angle. Connects a bit left and gets another behind. So they're going to have to kick a goal, the Giants, to win, They play on and go down the middle. Good tactic. Up they go. Big pack forms. They bring it to ground quickly, but the ball falls back into the pack and we'll have a ball up in the centre square. Not long to go, 40 seconds. Umpire throws it up quickly. Josh Smith uses his strength. They get it inside 50. The Power. They work it forward. Got numbers. There he goes, Trent Baldy. Goes inboard, and he's got a man. He's got Pepper. And it's probably fitting he takes the last shot on goal because he's played a great game, Harrison Pepper. And he'll have a shot for goal 20 metres out on not much of an angle, and he'll wind down the clock as he's going back, and he'll kick after the siren, does his socks up, checks everything.
I'm on time.
And there's the siren. Harrison Pepper to come in and just put the nail in. And that's what he does. He puts it through. And Gippsland, in a thriller, have run out 9-point winners over the GWS Giants.
10-10-70 to 9-7-61. The Gippsland Power, I think in the end, deserved winners, Rick. I think they were just the better team all day.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. That's probably the margin. Wasn't really bad kicking all day from either side. I think it was a good even game.
I think it was a great game of NAB League under-18 footy, and really enjoyed seeing the academy teams in the competition. For the academy team, the Giants, the goal kickers Grant, Delahunty and Conlon 2 each. Peatling, Mooney and Organ 1. And for the Gippsland Power, Riley Baldy 2, and then 1 each to Pepper, Phillips, McGarity, Maslin, Dunkley, Skinner, Vanderpleit and Will Papley. And while Matthew is organising an interview for us, I want to take this opportunity to thank all the guys that helped put the call, the doubleheader, to air today. Spencer on the buttons, Ross on the audio and sound, making us sound good, and to Gary, Sean and Nick, who have been looking after the pitches and bringing you some great shots. As Matthew is down on the ground with the last goal kicker there, Harrison Pepper.
Harrison Pepper down here for the Gippsland Power, mate. What was going through your mind just as the siren sounded?
To be honest, I was just glad we got the 4 points, and then to have a shot after the siren I was pretty happy with.
About 27 touches, I think, off the top of my head today for yourself in what was a real grudge match with the Giants.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a real fight for the full 4 quarters, to be honest. At half-time, we were kind of a bit content. So the third quarter, they gave us a run, and then fourth quarter, we were lucky enough to get over the top of them. But, yeah, it was a real good game, so credit to them.
Your own season to date, how have you assessed that?
Not too bad. A couple quiet games for the first 3 rounds, but finally starting to get going, I reckon. So hopefully it keeps me up.
You set any personal goals for the rest of the season?
Hopefully win a flag with these boys. That's my main goal.
Sounds like a pretty good go. Go and celebrate,
Thank you
mate.
very much. Cheers.
Good work there, Matthew. That is a 9-point win to the Gippsland Power. And Rick, that wraps up the doubleheader. There's another game going on after this one too, Rick.
Yeah, there's a NEAPL game, GWS Giants.
And the Swans.
And the Sydney Swans. That's a grudge, mate, that's for sure.
Leading up to the big derby or whatever they call them, clash up here tonight at the Sydney Cricket Ground. So thanks to the guys that helped bring us the pictures today from Blacktown. On behalf of Matthew Cox, Rick Morris, this is Phil Crooks signing off from NAB League Live Footy on your app. Thanks to NAB and all our partners. We'll talk to you soon. This is NAB League Footy signing off.